how do you get your head around how governments reply to this sometimes? Because these are politicians, they need to be elected. They obviously can't always tell the public everything, but they need to tell them the things they need to know. What do you see there when you see politicians talk?
There's no question, Brian, this is going to cause the fall and rise of world leaders. There's no question in my mind that world leaders are going to be judged on how they protected the lives of their citizens. That elections will be won and lost on what politicians are doing now to combat this infection. No question in my mind about that at all. As I've said, overall, I believe the reactions have been late. They've been reactive rather than proactive. I don't quite know why that is. I think basically it's this philosophical problem that because this has never happened, we can't imagine what it could possibly be like. It's almost a problem of the imagination, of conceptualization that's caused this problem. And also, of course, the economic consequences of the action that's been taken now are just immense. This is costing government. I mean, basically, my government is spending on a wartime footing or more at the moment, and you can understand why governments are reluctant to do that until the need for it is proved. And if people had taken my very conservative advice back in February and closed things down, then I would be getting shouted at for having closed down the economy for no reason, because the disease would not have come because it would have been prevented and people would have never known this problem was there. But now people can conceptualize this idea of pandemic, that the spirit is moving and things are happening on a national and international level.
Well, that's the flip side, because your background is medicine, but if you do shut the economy down and then people have no money and they're also feeling cooped up, you can have social unrest, which then can lead to the opposite effect of what you're trying to do. So it is a balance, and the drop in economy can be devastating to people. Now, you can say lives are more important, but the devastation is real.
Well, that costs lives as well, of course.
It does.
Yeah.
Exactly. It does cost lives. Very well said, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I agree. I'm just glad I'm not a politician, Brian. There's been, I agree, it's been very, very difficult to politicians to make this decision. I still get the feeling that they've been about a week or two late all the way through it, though. The problem has been manifest, and they have reacted to it. The medical people were telling senior politicians this is going to be a problem. I must say that the reaction of the World Health Organization also seems to have been really quite reactive. I mean, all the brilliant minds in the World Health Organization, and yet they were saying carry on flying in and out of China. I was actually quite bemused by that in the early stages. So again, they've been reactive. But again, the information they're giving out now and the logistical strategies they've implemented now are absolutely brilliant. They're now doing some really good work. So, people have come out of this looking really quite black and white. Some like the Chinese government started off really bad, ended up being really good. World Health Organization started off pretty ropey, then now is quite firm and giving out quite clear messages. Just pity quite a few people have come to the party late.